Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back to Mary's Little House. Happy third Sunday of Advent, Gaudete Sunday. Gaudete, it means rejoicing Sunday. We got 2 weeks to go. We could see in the horizon the Son of Man becoming coming up, rising up at his birth on Christmas Day. 2 weeks before Christmas. And so it's exciting, and as I said, we started this YouTube a new series right in the middle of Advent together, and this is number 3. So I promised I would share I maybe through comments or whatever, but to share my Advent with you. Oh, another beautiful day today. I want to just share Mr. This is the donkey. This is Mr. D. Mr. D. D as in dog. Well, D as in donkey, I guess you'd say. And I call myself Donkey Jim. I had him sticking out my black leather jacket as I was giving out gifts. 15 gift bags, and there were 3 boxes, like big those boxes that hold copy paper. They had excuse me. They had cribs with real stables, and then I had 2 smaller cribs in 2 bags. So 5 of those gifts were nativities with the stable, with the roof, with all the with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the wise men, and the shepherds, and the sheep, and the donkey over here, Mr. D, and the ox. They're right. So people they just gobbled them up. They wanted them. I asked them, "Do you have a crib? Do you have a nativity for the Christmas tree?" And when they said no, they took one, and happily, I was glad to get. So Jesus could be honored and visited in the crib. I remember our crib when we were little kids, and I saw it a few years back ago. It's all beat up. It was chalk, little chalk, about 3-inch figures, but they were because we used to play with them or lay down on our stomach and look at the crib under the Christmas tree. And it was an experience I still remember. So I want everyone to have that. That's why we collect these cribs and these nativities, and so our children, even non-Catholics, have cribs, and so that I want them to every home to have a crib, have a nativity, so the children could be awed by it, and the adults could visit Jesus and Mary and Joseph in the stable of Bethlehem. Well, and I got this thing here. I found it on the floor of one of the thrift stores. And I was ringing it, and Pina doesn't like to hear this, but I'll just do a little song. It's a like jingle bells kind of thing. But I was ringing that when I was giving out the gifts. So that crazy guy over there, I'm sure they're thinking. But we had all the gift bags lined up and all the boxes of the stable, and they were very gracious. We still got an awful lot in my workroom there to give away, all because of your generosity. People give these things to us, and I clean them up or fix them up or glue them up with Elmer's glue. That's my favorite glue of choice when there's some breakage or something. And then we give them out to the people, and they love them, and they're used to me now down there. That crazy guy over there ringing the jingle bell thing. Anyway, so Advent together number 3. Now it has to do with this. Today it was a beautiful liturgy and everything, and I got home and I wanted to get a lot of gift bags made up. I hope it wasn't servile work, because it was a gift. I just enjoyed doing it anyway. But I was sort of worried that maybe there'd be a phone call or somebody coming over or whatever. Well, there was a phone call, and a very long one, and it pushed me right into the late afternoon. but I knew that I was supposed to be on that phone call. This person needed to talk about something and whatever, and then I thought, after this whole thing blew over, and I couldn't get into my workshop, I couldn't get into doing these things. I did have some made up, and I said, oh no, this was God's will. What my point is, before I get any further, remember, Advent is a call to change those things in our lives that prevents Jesus from coming into our life. Like John the Baptist today on the Gospel said, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight his way. Well, if there's something in me I'm holding on to, I'm resisting his grace, and he can't come in there, because he's a gentleman. He doesn't knock down doors. He waits for us. He knocks, and he's waiting outside. And I just want to pull the door open really fast. But there was one place where I wasn't open the door very fast, and it was my own will to get things done the way I want them done, and the time I want them done, and my own schedule. And I saw, because I've been praying, I'm encouraging you, and practice what you preach, Jim, to look at your life and see where you can change with God's grace. I always say, oh, don't do it without his grace. That's foolish for me even to say that. But sometimes we get on our own, then we fall flat on our face, we get discouraged and say that, well, we just sort of give up. Well, no, bring it to prayer, ask God's help. Well, I wasn't aware of this as much as I am today, and it was like a breaking. I was almost dancing in the front room, realizing what happened, because I thought this day was, oh, my poor Sunday's gone, and I don't have all my gift bags done, and I was trying to get all the other good stuff done. That would have been like gorging myself with work. And Sundays are not for gorging, or that kind of thing, or any day, trying to push myself that way. So I accepted the gift bags I had done, and the boxes of stables and the nativities that I had done. That's all I'm going to do today, and I was at peace. But my point is, God gave me the grace, and this is Advent grace, because remember, anything we hold on to ourselves, I want this done, I want this many gift bags done, I want them all given out at this time. Well, I was late. There was the lights from the convenience store. I was underneath the lights there. And I said, oh my goodness, But I got them all given out, and with my little bell there, and donkey, Mr. D there. They happily, and everybody seemed so happy to receive it. They were amazed. They said, well, can I make a donation or something like that? No, I'm sorry. This is from the Lord, and it's a gift. So make your Christmas special. But anyway, my point is, and that's why I'm sharing my Advent with you. I hope I'm not boring you. My point is, all my life I've been wanting just to do my own way when it comes to even good work. And I have to let the Lord, I have to back off when I can't. When this phone call was necessary, it was important. I knew it was God's will. At the same time, I said, oh, I don't have enough time to do all these bags in there, gift bags. No, there was a great freedom there. There was a great freedom giving them out, a great freedom coming home so late. And in fact, I was even afraid, I'm going to get some more of these calls like this. Sometimes Sunday night really is an important, busy night for calls. How will I ever get to the YouTube? But I wasn't afraid. Yes, there was a little bit of concern, but I made a decision not to be afraid, to let God handle my phone calls, to let God handle my schedule, to let God handle my YouTube presentation. And I'm so at peace. I'm so at peace. And that's making straight the way of the Lord. Now, you saw, I think any pride in that. Look how selfish I was. Look how I went in my own way. So that's where I was. But I had to remove that, had to make the rough way smooth so Jesus could come in. And by accepting the schedule that God planned for me, because I sure didn't plan it. I accepted His will. I accepted to let Jesus come in that part, that new freedom I have to give my heart to Him even more, and to let Him use me to do the Father's will and to do His ministry. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I did change, and I'm sure it was all in the working, because when I'm caught up in myself, I start to worry. I start to get concerned. I start to get resentful of people that come to me for love and care and listening and all that. My goodness, that's horrible. But it's not horrible. It's just human. And I tell people that, I understand that, because I've been there doing that, But now, God, I've been praying for an Advent gift, because I said, if I can't live Advent, how could I be preaching it on talking about it on YouTube? Oh, it's such a grace, because I wanted to, so eager to tell you. So the Advent grace is God's letting me change. This week's going to be a real lots of things happening. But I'm not as afraid of it as I am. I have to keep in the present moment in everything. I have to maybe hang by my fingernails, but it's all right. God will be there. He will be there with all the graces I need to make these decisions and to do His will and to accomplish His task in readying ourselves for Christmas. So rejoice with me. Rejoice with the power of God. He comes in power. He overcomes our wimpiness. He overcomes our selfishness. He overcomes our own willfulness. He's overcome it in me. So I'm Exhibit A for Advent graces. I hope He will do that for you in whatever area that He shows you to change, to make decisions with God's grace, to be stronger and more in charge and happier, to fulfill His will with great love and joy and generosity. Happy Advent. God bless you.